Right, let's do this. I'm gonna make a quick video explaining what's going on, why I'm doing this bodybuilding competition that I have now decided to do in the last 24 hours. I literally hopped on a phone call about 24 hours ago with my mum. We had a very brief discussion about it, and yeah, here I am. Should give you a bit of a rundown and explain a few things, why I'm making the video, why I'll make future videos on this. Just sort of put it all out there because I've been pretty outspoken to some degree about not wanting to do bodybuilding competitions, not something I'm interested in. I actually compete in CrossFit. I prefer to do that. It's more performance based. I don't like with bodybuilding competitions, it's very, you're being judged on how you look by a group of people, usually a group of old blokes. I've got to stand up on stage, a bunch of fake tan, little G-string. Not something that really appeals to me. It's very subjective, not objective. So I prefer, competing in those CrossFit competitions. For that reason, it's more fun. Training's a bit more fun. I haven't really just strictly lifted weights for years. So, obviously pretty well got to borderline starve yourself, to try and get quite lean. So just not something that's really been on my radar. However, my mum does compete in it. She's been competing in it for over 24 years now. So since before I was born. And she's doing a competition in a few weeks, and then that's how it sort of got brought up. Long story short, we're both online PTs, both online coaches. We generally work with a lot of general pop, so just people that want to be better shape, lose a bit of weight, etc., etc. However, she has recently been taking on more and more comp prep clients. I have had people reach out to me in regards to that as well. However, because I've never done a competition, it's not that I don't feel like I could help get them in shape, but I prefer to more so lead from the front. I like to help in areas where I've done things myself. That way I've experienced it. I know what that other person on the other end is going through when I'm trying to help them out, rather than just saying, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, having not experienced the issues, the problems, the things that they're going to face. So hence why I've never worked with any said clients looking to do competitions in that regard. So long story short, whole reason why I am even bothering to do this bodybuilding competition is so I can say I've been there, I've done that. Now when I tell someone else I take on a competition prep client and they're having these issues, they're facing these problems, rather than me just saying, look, you need to move more, you need to eat less calories, all these things going on, but I can't, these are the feelings I'm having, I'm hungry, etc., etc., etc. I can say I've been there, done that. And I'm not just saying, well, get over it. I can talk from experience. That's what I like to do with everything that I do, that I preach. Even when I'm just dealing with general pop clients, I like to have been there, done that. I'm talking from experience. So it's not like I never preach anything I haven't done or wouldn't do myself or couldn't do myself. So that is where I'm sort of coming from with all of this. So I didn't touch on why I'm documenting the process. So the main reason why I'm documenting the process is because I can now use this. I can use these videos as a tool to give to potential clients or even clients that are now going to be in this situation. I'm probably not going to be the person who's going to encourage anyone to do a bodybuilding competition. Again, male, female, bikini competition, whatever. I'm probably not going to be the person to ever encourage it. I don't think it is smart for a lot of people. I should say that. I think it can lead to a lot of eating disorders, issues with body image, particularly when, you come back up after the competition. I think there's a lot of problems that can arise from trying to do these competitions. I don't think it is for everyone. More so like the mental side of it, because you got to deal with, not always looking the way you're going to look the day you step on stage. You got to deal with, being comfortable putting on body weight, all these different things, okay? So I don't think it is for everyone, and I'm probably not going to be a person to encourage it. But in saying that, there's always going to be those people that are going to do it regardless, are going to want to do it. If you're going to hire a coach, regardless, I feel like I have the tools, I have the knowledge, and I'd like to be a part of that process. So again, I'm probably never going to be the person to encourage someone to do it, but if someone comes to me, they're doing it regardless. I want to be a part of that process, and I don't want to just be talking the talk. I want to have at least walked the walk. All right, so that is, again, where I'm sort of coming from with it. And again, making these videos more so to document, so I can show these videos to these people and just say, here, you need to watch these videos. That way you can sort of see my mindset towards it, especially as it progresses. So like, I've gotten lean before. I'm relatively lean at the moment. I'm not lean right at this second to hop on stage, but I'm quite lean at the moment. So I'm no stranger to watching my diet in order to keep my physique looking a certain way. However, but it's going to have to go to another level if I want to be lean enough to step on stage. So pretty well what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to document the process. I want to show you my eating, my mindset. And when I say mindset, not so much like how I'm approaching it, because if I'm being completely honest, I'm not really taking it that seriously in terms of, so hang on, you gotta understand this. I'm taking it seriously in terms of I'll take the diet fucking serious. Like I'll stick to my calories, I'll stick to meals. Like I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna not be serious in that sense, but I don't take this seriously like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go out there, I'm gonna get first place, yada, yada, yada. I could care less where I place, to be completely honest. I don't even know how to pose. So I've got to learn how to pose. Probably not going to put up any videos of that. I think all that shit's cringy, for being completely honest. But I'll learn the pose, obviously, but I'm not taking it heaps serious. Like, I'm not taking it seriously like, oh, my whole ambition's to go out there, get first place, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm doing this for a cause because I want to document the process, show other people this is what you're in for. All right, if you think this is a good idea, if this is what you want to do, this is what you need to expect, this is how you're going to feel, here's what you need to do. So, and I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand when I say, like, losing weight is easy. Like, you're eating a deficit, you need to do your cardio, you need to do your weights, blah, blah, blah. I can tell you how to lose weight, I can tell you to put on weight, and tell you to do whatever you want. I should probably be doing this for performance training as well. I don't know why I'm not. But anyway. But it's one thing to say it to people, but I want to show it, because if this is what they want to do, they want to do these competitions, they need to understand how much of a struggle it is going to be, or how much of a struggle it can be. To be honest with you, I don't even know how much of a struggle it is, because I've never done it before. I only decided 24 hours ago I was going to do it, and I've got 9 weeks. This is the other thing that shits me too, is a lot of people do like 26 week, like 20 to 26 week prep. So it's nearly 6 months, well it is 6 months if you do 26 weeks of dieting. Personally, I don't believe you should be doing a 26-week prep or even a 20-week prep. At most, 12 weeks. Back when I remember being a kid, when my mum would be getting ready for competitions, at most she would be 12 weeks. Talking yesterday, and we were like, I was like, I'm gonna have enough time. I've got 9 weeks. She goes, oh yeah, I used to do 8 to 9 weeks most of the time. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think you'd done that long. And more so I was concerned I just wasn't at a lean enough starting point, but we're like, yeah, no, you're fine. So that is the other thing. Like, if you're watching this right now, like, oh, I want to do a show, how much body fat do you have on you? If you need to do a 20 to 26 week prep, maybe just get leaner first. Don't fucking kill yourself, because like I maintain a relatively lean physique year round for the most part. I do have fluctuations, but maintain a relatively lean physique, so I'm not going to have to put myself through a 26 week prep. Maybe by the end of this I could have gone, oh yeah, maybe I needed to have done a 12-week one, I don't know, or maybe 9 weeks is completely appropriate. But yeah, I've never been a believer in people that do 20 to 26 week preps. I've seen other people firsthand, they do 20 to 26 week preps, they miss out on a lot of birthdays, social events. I've seen people miss out on being able to celebrate Christmas. You miss out on so many things. That's what I don't like about this sport. It causes so many issues. Like you got to think, if you had a partner, you had kids, think about all the problems that are going to arise by doing a 20 to 26 week prep. You can't go to these social events, you can't eat, you can't do all these fucking things, you can't enjoy yourself, you can't live your life. Whereas if, like, for granted, if you're watching this, you just need to lose weight, okay, maybe you're probably pulling the piss 90% of the time in terms of, like, you're always enjoying yourself, you're enjoying yourself too much, that's why you're fat, okay? But when you're trying to get to the point where you are trying to be, already am sub 10% body fat, but if you're trying to get to the point where you're under 8%, 7%, 6%, 5% body fat, you have to make these sacrifices. But to what degree? For 20 to 26 weeks, it seems kind of stupid. If you can sort of get in, get out, get what you need to done, the end point, that makes more sense, but not for nearly 6 months of your life. And that's why, again, I don't like the sport, because what if you want to do, if you want to compete every single year, it's 6 months out of your life every single year. I'm in my early, now probably mid-20s. If I've done that every year, I'm missing out 6 months of enjoying my life every 12 months for a show, for a plastic trophy. There's not really much money in this sport. You have to be really, really good. And I'm also competing in a natural federation as well, so probably even less money involved. So, like, I just don't think for the average person, this is something that is really all that worthwhile doing. I'm not trying to deter people from doing it, but I'm definitely not encouraging it. Like, personally, what I would say is, if you're someone that wants to compete, find something else, find something physical to do. Like, I say CrossFit, and CrossFit's not everyone's cup of tea. I just enjoy that. But and why do you have to compete too? Like, for a lot of people that want to compete, they're just being average gym goers. I'm going to turn around here. I'm just going for a walk. There's average gym goers. They get bit by the bug and like, oh, I'm going to do a competition. You don't have to do a competition if you go to the gym. Like, I don't understand the thought process there either, if I'm completely honest. Like, I don't know. But there's always going to be people that are going to want to do it. I just want to document the process so I can say, here, you need to look at this. This is what you're going to be in for. Here's what to expect. Here's how I was feeling. Then that way you can make more of an educated decision on whether or not that's what you want to do going forward. You know, I'm all for people wanting to look better, to feel better, have more confidence, etc., etc. That's what I do. I help people, but to the point where you're hopping on stage, I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't necessarily leave a great taste in my mouth, especially for like the majority of people. Like, granted, I will say my mum handles these preps quite well. She's not really doesn't have much issues like disordered eating, self-image, those sorts of things. So, and I think I will hopefully be okay in that sense. I'm usually quite level-headed in that regard. Because I just, and to be completely honest, I think it's because I'm not taking it that serious. Like, I'm not going out there like, oh, I'm so great, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna become a sponsored athlete and make all this money. No, I'm just sort of doing it to prove a point, and then that way, like, to prove a point in terms of, you know, here's what to expect, da-da-da-da-da. I'm trying to use it as a tool to help people going forward. So it's more so, being completely honest, it's more so just to help potential clients or people that are thinking about doing this in the future, make them think twice about it, or to at least know what to expect if they decide to go down this road. That's sort of mostly my thoughts on it at the moment. What I plan on doing these future videos is I want to show you my eating, like what I'm eating, the weighing of everything, what I'm doing in terms of exercise. My exercise regime is going to be a little bit different for the first few weeks. So I'm 9 weeks out. Probably these next 2 weeks I'll still keep doing CrossFit. I'm just about to go to the gym now and do a couple Metcons. After that, I probably won't be able to keep sustaining that just because of the drop in calories, body fat, etc., etc. I'm not going to really have that energy, but next 2 weeks, definitely. I hope, anyway. After that, probably more weights-based. I've already got a good foundation. You can't see much of my body at the moment. I've got a good foundation in terms of muscle mass and that, so I don't have to stress too much about, you know, trying to put on muscle. And you know, 9 weeks, you're not really going to put on any muscle. You just strip the body fat. So, anyway. But I'll explain more the training, eating, and everything else as we go on. Touch on that. I'll talk about the supplements. I'm not really taking any supplements, to be completely honest, but I'll touch on that later. How I'm feeling and dealing with things is probably like the biggest thing, probably the biggest takeaway people need to understand, especially as, again, I want to use this more as like educational content, I suppose. Potential clients, potential comp prep competitors. So anyway, yeah, if you've got questions, guys, just either put it at the bottom of the video or send me a DM, and I'm happy to chat more about it with you there. Anyway, catch us.